Joe Hopkins here, and I'm doing another concert review because I went to another concert. I put a short on here a little while ago on the way, before I went in. So it gives you, let you know it's upcoming. Well, here it is, right? I went to see Sarah Brightman at the Hershey Theater in Hershey, Pennsylvania. You can see the roller coasters from the theater, the Hershey Park. There, it's like, you can see the park from there and all that. It was a lot of fun. I got to tell you, first of all, the Hershey Theater is, for anybody that hasn't been there, this was my first trip to it. It is one of those beautiful old theaters. And it was gorgeous, right? I'll play some clips here of it. And, I walked around, I videoed some of it, just looking around, because it's just a really nice old building. It's really pretty inside, very like Gothic or, like that old Victorian styling kind of thing where everything is very, very over the top, very well done, all that kind of stuff. Not a terribly big theater, not a really large place. The building is pretty large, but the theater itself didn't seem to be that big. And, it's got those very small, narrow seats. They're all velvet, very old style. A little cramped, but, most venues are. Most venue seats aren't that big in the first place. They're trying to pack as many seats in as they can, I guess. And once again, not a terribly big place. I actually had pretty good seats. They were pretty close to the front. The nice thing about a smaller venue, there's no... They don't have the big LED screens. They don't have the Jumbotron, nothing like that. But you can see everything from the whole theater. It kind of was the size of, let's say, a high school theater. Actually, I've been to high school, high schools theaters that were bigger than this. You have your pep rally there, that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, a very nice venue. I enjoyed it a lot. I did get some footage of Sarah Brightman, a little bit. They were saying no videotaping or pictures, taking pictures or video. You're not allowed to do that stuff here. They say that at a lot of places and people do it anyway. But they had ushers like walking around watching people. Saw some people get talked to. So I thought, well, I don't want to get kicked out. So I waited until the last couple of songs and got a little bit of footage. I'll play it for you in a little bit here. I did that until the people in front of me got talked to about it, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Before, I was making sure nobody was looking whenever I recorded, whenever they were off bugging somebody else. They were pretty hardcore about it, so I didn't get a lot of footage, but I did get some. And it was an amazing show. Sometimes I've seen Sarah Brightman, I've seen footage of her shows. A lot of times they're bigger shows with a lot of backdrops and all that kind of stuff. This wasn't. Smaller theater. It was one of her smaller shows where there's a small orchestra, a choir, and Sarah Brightman. And it was really, really great. That woman's voice is amazing. She's one of the greatest singers of all time, in my opinion. Even if you don't like opera music, right? Which a lot of what she does is opera. Even the more pop-oriented stuff. If anybody remembers, what was it, the Phantom of the Opera, when it was on Broadway, like way back when, that was Sarah Brightman. That was like her big breakthrough thing. And, I've followed her career. I'm glad one of the songs she did was Hijo de la Luna, which I'm glad she did that. It was one of my favorite songs of hers that she does. My wife bought the album and I listened to it a good bit. I love that song. Wow. Yeah. She did a lot of stuff. She did a lot of Christmas songs, Silent Night. That was really nice. I'd say, of course, near the end, she did Time to Say Goodbye, which she's done that song a lot. That is an amazing piece. But I have to say, the highlight of the whole thing for me was her rendition of Bach's Joy of Man's Desiring. I've played that piece thousands of times. My wife and I used to play it as guitar duets. We never sang it. We'd always play instrumental. Guitar duets, we did ukulele duets on that song, and I've played it on banjo. We did banjo and guitar with it. It sounds surprisingly good on banjo, actually. I know that sounds goofy, but I've never heard it done like I heard it done last night. It was unreal. It moved me. It seriously, man, it brought tears to my eyes. That was amazing. That is one of my favorite pieces of music, and to hear her do it that well was just I couldn't even, I can't even. It was amazing. Her outfits were amazing. She doesn't move around a lot. She's not like the kind of performer that dances and all that stuff. But all of her movements are so designed, you know. Everything is very intentional. She comes off very regal, very, it's almost like watching some elfin queen perform. It was amazing. Her voice is beyond anything that most people can touch. To see that made me feel less than as a performer myself. I'm like, nobody can do that. But I don't have to feel less than, because nobody can do that except Sarah Brightman. There are some really great singers out there, but she is amazing. The outfits, most of them were very flowy, bright, you know, all sequins. I mean, in the lights, it, you know, sparkles and shimmers, and they're all very flattering. And I love the tiaras she would wear, the headpieces. It was gorgeous. It was really a beautiful, beautiful evening. And like I said, even if you're not into opera, I think you might like Sarah Brightman, because it's much more contemporary. She does opera, but she does a lot more contemporary stuff. And on a Christmas show, you know, you get a lot of Christmas stuff too, you know? And of course she had some special guests with her. I don't remember their names. I didn't go to see them. But the one guy was a very good male singer. And, you know, some of the pieces she does requires a second person, a male part, a male lead for it. So there you go. She brought a couple male leads with her. And of course, you know, he sang a couple songs by himself while she was doing one of her costume changes, and you get some costume changes. It was basically 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, with a 15-minute intermission. And it was just glorious. I honestly have to say, if you ever get a chance to see Sarah Brightman, like I said, even if opera isn't your thing, go check her out. It's worth it. It really is, especially if you really appreciate music. The woman's amazing. Her orchestra was amazing. Everything was so well done. The choir was amazing. All of it was spectacular. And, you know, it was an enjoyable evening. Plus, one of the nicest things I found with the Hershey Theater is it's right there near a lot of stuff. So when we got up there, we were meeting a friend for dinner. We could park at the venue and walk to a restaurant. And that way, you know, you walk over there for dinner. I've got like 5 hours before the show's over. I gotta have a couple beers. And I know I'll be fine in 5 hours, you know, and I don't have to drive back to the venue. A lot of venues, there isn't anything right there. You can't walk to a restaurant. We all know this. This one, yeah, that was nice. I know that's kind of an aside. That's not the point of going to a concert, but it was nice. And, you know, yeah, that was a really good show. Like I said, I'd recommend it. I'd recommend Sarah Brightman to anybody that is interested in seeing that kind of thing. I had a great time, and I don't know how much the tickets were. My wife has been buying the tickets. I don't think they were terribly expensive, though. It wasn't a lot of money, which is surprising that she's doing, you know, she has a full orchestra and choir on tour with her, and is playing smaller theaters, and it still wasn't terribly expensive, which, yeah, surprises me. That's kind of, it costs some money to bring all those musicians on tour with you. So anyway, yeah, here I'll play a couple clips of her. Yeah, so there you go. That's a little bit of an idea of how it says. A little bit of an idea. Like I said, I couldn't get that much footage. They were being really kind of hardcore about it. So you don't want to hold your phone up. And the first half, before the first intermission, there were people sitting right in front of me. But after the second one, they went away. So I could kind of, they didn't come back from the bathroom. So I could kind of hold my phone down here and keep an eye out for the ushers. And that worked okay. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys get a chance to see Sarah Brightman live sometime. I don't know how much longer this tour is lasting or where she's going. I just know she came to my area. Like I said, I haven't been looking it up. I haven't been buying the tickets. My wife has, which might explain some of the music choices, but I'm a big Sarah Brightman fan. So yeah, anyway, subscribe to my channel because I'll be doing more reviews in the future coming up in December. God willing, if we make it to these shows, we got Mariah Carey, which, yeah, I know my wife bought the tickets, but it's Mariah Carey for Christmas. It's a Christmas show. So, I mean, it's hard to say no to. We all know Mariah Carey and Christmas, they go hand in hand. Mariah Carey is Christmas. They just wake her up sometime in November. She goes back to sleep, New Year's Day. Anyway, and Madonna. We got Madonna coming up. Once again, I haven't been buying the tickets, but I'll go see Madonna. I love Madonna. So anyway, yeah, keep an eye out for those, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.